What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's time to talk about AMP. Is AMP still worth it? Is it worth an investment? Right now it is sitting at 6 cents, pretty much 6 cents flat. This is where I opened up my position after it came crashing back down after it hit 12 cents when the Coinbase effect happened. When it got listed to Coinbase, it ran up from 3 cents all the way to 12 cents, 4x'd, which we've seen so many times here in the near distant here in the last few months, we'll say. And we're starting to see a trend, right, with the Coinbase effect. When something gets listed, big run up, then sell off. But then it leaves the big question. Is it still worth it? What about the long term? And as you all know, if you've been on the channel before, I am a long-term investor. So I'm looking at AMP as a long-term investment. And the short answer here, and I'm going to give you some more details on what AMP is, why today could be AMP day, and also where we see AMP going. But in terms of is AMP a good long-term investment, the answer in short, in my opinion, not a financial advisor here, is yes. I do think it's going to be one that is a mainstay in the crypto space. It is currently still sitting atop, one of the top assets over on the top 100. It's in the top 50 right now. It's ranked number 48. Market cap at about 2.5 billion. Has really solidified itself as a big player in the collateral space, and really the biggest player by market cap in the collateral space. We're going to talk more about that in just a bit. Go back and take a look at the overall market, which is slightly pulling back here, 1.76% down today, 1.87 trillion right now at the time of this recording. Overall market cap, Bitcoin, Ethereum, each down about 4 or 5% respectively. Of course, that drags down the entire market a bit, but let's jump right into AMP, and what I want to do is take a look at the actual chart here. So what we're seeing here is a lot of consolidation, right? Look at this range that it's been channeling in. So I'm actually going to draw some lines in here so we can keep tabs on this, because we've got this resistance line right here, okay? And if we can somehow break out of this line and break into the 7 cent range here soon, I do think we can run back up closer to 8-9 cents. Now, we're going to continue to watch that, but we've got a nice channel here. I'm going to draw another line right here for our line of support. It's not going to be perfect, but gives us an idea here. Okay, so we can take a look at that. We're going to watch that very carefully. Actually, now we can move this down just a hair. All right, there we go. Boom. Okay, so see, look at that. You can see the consolidation. Are we getting ready for a big breakout? Well, today could be AMP day. It's already been listed to Binance.us, but it has not yet been listed to Binance. Of course, Binance is the bigger global platform. And if and when it does get listed there, people expect a similar experience that happened with Coinbase. Of course, Binance is number one when it comes to active users from a global standpoint. This could be huge for the price of AMP. We're going to continue to watch this throughout the day. Don't be surprised if and when it gets listed to Binance that we see a big pump here. Now, again, I'm thinking about this more long term. I think there are big companies, organizations, institutions that are going to get involved with AMP because of what they do. All right, so before we get into the specifics of what they do and how they interact with the crypto space, real quick, just a quick plug here. We got the supporter level as well as the insider level, private community, Patreon. If you do go with the $20 per month, you're going to get weekly hot crypto alerts, portfolio guidance and help from me directly, buy and sell trade alerts, a whole bunch of great stuff, not to mention the Discord access. You're going to have access to a bunch of people with great intel and great insight in the crypto space. All right, that link is down in the description, also pinned as the top comment. Okay, so here we go. What is AMP? AMP is the new digital collateral token offering instant, verifiable assurances. That's the key phrase there, instant, verifiable assurances for any kind of value transfer. Using AMP networks like Flexa can quickly and irreversibly secure transactions for a wide variety of asset-related use cases. We're going to talk more about Flexa and how big that partnership is here in just a second. Now, instant verifiable assurances even when payments don't necessarily go through immediately. That's what's really crucial here. All right, so this is why it's been rumored to potentially be one that Amazon would want to work with, right? They're going to see so much volume when Amazon goes crypto, right? And there's going to be instances where the payments don't go through right on time, right, directly. However, with AMP, those transactions could still go through on the main net there, and obviously be tracked. AMP is an ERC20 compliant token built on Ethereum. I love that. Anything built on the Ethereum highway, as I like to say, I love it. If you're a car driving on the Ethereum highway, chances are I'm pretty interested in it. And this just goes back to, why Ethereum is so massive. I mean, how many great ERC20 tokens do we have out there running on the Ethereum platform? I mean, if you're not bullish on Ethereum, I'd love to hear your case for that. So using Ether to pay for gas, AMP tokens can be sent and received using any ERC20 compatible wallet. Okay, have the AMP token contracts been audited? This is always a big question. That kind of legitimizes the project, legitimizes the future of a token. Yes, the AMP smart contracts and related source materials were audited by independent security researchers at Consensus, Diligence, and Trail of Bits. So 2 different auditors took a look at this, and it passed with flying colors. And so many people talking about AMP now, especially when it got listed to Coinbase, right? Now, what about this Flexa? What is the relationship between AMP and Flexa? Flexa is a payment network that enables fast and fraud-proof payments for merchants all over the world, globally. By using AMP partitions as collateral pools, Flexa can secure payment authorizations while the underlying asset remains unconfirmed. That's the crucial point there. And approve merchant transactions in close to real time. In helping develop the AMP token, Flexa contributed 2 years of research and development to the token architecture and design. This has been in the works for a long time. And developed and released the first AMP collateral manager contract as open source. You can learn more about AMP and all of their inner workings by heading over to their website. Hit that fact page. Really like that they have this here. Not all tokens do this, and you could really just learn about AMP inside and out. Now, there's a recent article that just came out listing AMP as one of the top 5 tokens to take a look at for August 2021. This was ranked up there along with Pancake Swap, Swipe, and Axie Infinity is up there at the top. And then below AMP was the Hard Protocol, HARD. So with AMP, basically they kind of give a brief description on what it is, but here's the big point again, I can't stress this enough. AMP ensures the value of a given transfer before confirmation. That's going to be huge for large retailers, especially in the e-commerce space, that are going to be paying with crypto, that has people paying with crypto. It plans to reduce the cost inherent in the interchange of payment and reduce the risk of fraud. That's another big aspect of AMP as well. It supports numerous use cases in collateralization and introduces the idea of predefined partition strategies, which I love AMP moving forward. And again, going back to the charts here, love that this thing is just consolidating right now. I think it's just waiting for a big breakout. I think a breakout is imminent. And we go back over to their Twitter. You can follow them over at AMP Token. We'll have to continue to stay up to date here just to see if Binance goes ahead and lists AMP today. That would be big for all AMP holders and people who believe in the long-term future of AMP. And hopefully you got some value out of this video. Maybe you know a little bit more about AMP. And definitely keep this one on your radar. I know there's another one that's kind of stolen the show recently, Alchemy Pay, and I like that one too. But AMP, still number 1 in market cap, still in the top 50 on coin market cap too. So keep this one in your back pocket, and I'll see you in the next video.